Hello everybody and welcome to Quickplay. I am Retromation and this is Pressure. This is a game that's given to me by Joseph Vorbeck of the company Chasing Carrots for me to make a little video on. I'm going to be upfront. It's not going to be like a review. I'm just going to sort of play it. You'll see and hear my impressions and I'll tell you to buy it if it is what you think is best for you. I'm not going to just say buy it or don't buy it, because it's very subjective. Because I for one think it is a very nice, simple arcade shooting game with some cool character, and I didn't show it, and I don't want to spoil it. There's some cutscenes in it, and I think they have a lot of character. I think that's where like the charm comes from. Unfortunately, I don't think it carries over as much into the game, like all the character and unique stuff from all the cutscenes. Like there's a guy who comes in and steals all the water, and it's your job to go and stop him. And that doesn't sound that interesting, maybe, but the cutscenes and stuff presented in a pretty interesting way with sort of a funny art style. And I'm going to be completely honest, I laughed a few times. But I don't want to show the cutscene here, and you can either go and look for another video with it, or you can pick it up for yourself. I don't want to spoil it, and I want this series to be more about just getting in, playing the game, letting you know what I think, and then getting out. And I think that's good. But right now, first thing I will say, the controls are a bit tough at times. Basically, I'm pressing down left mouse button to shoot, but I am also aiming with the same buttons I'm using to steer. As you like, I'm going to be shooting straight forward, no matter what, and that's just that. I also have a secondary ability, and mine is currently just to heal, so there's not much I can show off with that, but it is useful, and it is fun. And the final thing I can do is, whoa, this. It's a dash. When you right-click, whoop, you dash. And it's really satisfying to smash people into the wall. I'm going to be completely honest there as well. Look at me, I'm all about being completely honest. But yeah, you can smash them into the wall. It's very, very, very satisfying to do that. Whoa. And, I have not seen this guy before. He is shooting poison everywhere. Uncool. Very uncool. Gonna keep on dashing out of it. I've seen, I haven't played too far into it yet myself, but I have seen there are some very cool boss fights. I do not think this is one of them. Nope. There's some very cool boss fights, and I think they add a lot to it. And, ooh. As far as difficulty goes, I haven't had any difficulty yet, but then again, I am really only on the third level. And I think that's very fair that it's not getting too difficult yet, just trying to teach you the ropes. The difficulty, unfortunately, does come from the controls, from what my experience has been. And that's not the best, but that's okay. We completed the level. And this is another thing I wanted to touch on. It's more of a preference thing, but I really like when games give you like these scores like that. And that alone is so simple, but adds some pretty good replay value to it. And then after you finish the level, you can go back to this pretty cool garage, which is my actual favorite part of the whole thing right now, is from what I played. I really like going in and having all these options and customizing all of these things. I'm going to upgrade my weapon, and I'm going to upgrade my healing thing, because that's what I can do right now. I could upgrade this. Nope, I could equip that. But I don't want to. Alright. So I'm going to play one more level. Oh, there's this here that I think is pretty... Like, there's this guy right here, and he maintains a bit of the character of the game, where he has some pretty interesting lines. But, let's see. Where's a good one? Yeah, it's just like, he had some character. There's a few funny ones, but I'm gonna keep up the speed. And I guess speaking of keeping up the speed, there's this bar over here that's kind of like the, I guess if you want to call it a gimmick of the game, it's It's sort of a gimmick, which is pressure. It's your pressure meter, and it's all about keeping up your speed and killing enemies. I believe you refill your pressure a bit every time you kill an enemy, and you refill it a bit whenever you go past one of the 4 checkpoints, or 3 checkpoints. 2 checkpoints, 1 finish line. There we go. I nailed it. Okay. When you pass one of those, ooh, look at this. See, this is kind of cool. It adds some character, I think. This little, like this boat enemy, it's not very typical. But basically, the pressure meter, when it hits 0, your car stops, the level is over, you're done. And I think that's an interesting mechanic to keep the game at sort of a faster pace, which not a lot of these games have, but because you can slow down like that. I haven't said anything about that, but I am holding down W all the time, which I don't know. I don't know what my opinion really is on games where you have to hold down the go button the whole time. It adds a little bit of game feel, I think, but it is a little bit of a hassle. But I don't think it's something to knock the game for at all. But if that is something that is against your preference, maybe it's something to consider. I got this game for free, so I'm not exactly sure what price point I would be willing to pay for this game. But if I was going to make a suggestion on whether you should get it or not, I'd say if it looks interesting, maybe wait for a Steam sale, get it for like at least like 33% off. I think it's either $10 or $15. I'd wait to get it for maybe a bit less than those. But if it looks fun, I'd say get it, because it is more fun to play than I assume to watch, because I mean I watched a few other videos. So I'd say pick it up for yourself when it's on sale, and you be the judge. It's some really nice, simple arcade shooting fun. If you like these kind of games, you'll probably like this game. If you like games with upgrade systems and level progression, that's kind of like it gives you specific criteria on how well you did and stuff like that, then I'd say it might be worth it. For me, I'm not sure, like I said, what price point I'd be willing to spend on it. But getting it for free, oh, look at that. I've had a lot of fun with it, so I can only vouch from that standpoint. And once again, thank you very much to the developer from Chasing Carrots. Very good. Very good guy. It was fun to talk to him. I don't know. I like to take that into consideration when I'm talking about games, is how cool the developers are. Like the Megabyte Punch developers are ridiculously cool, for example. And you know, I go into the game with a better opinion of it because of that. But here we are. I believe that about does it for my quick play of Pressure. It was pretty cool. Like I said, if you liked what you saw, maybe wait for a little bit of a Steam sale, or if you really liked what you saw, go ahead, just pick it up right on the spot. Yeah. Is there anything else that I don't know, I like the upgrade system. I really like the upgrade system. Controls are a little bit tough. I love the grading system, but that's maybe preference. Cutscenes full of character. Character might not transition as well into the actual gameplay. There's some funny lines. Some funny things happen in the cutscene. Overall, it's a pretty good game. I might wait for a sale, though. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.